Okay, thank you for coming to Strength and Restore today. We're going to be doing a lot of stretches, a little bit of core activation stuff, but the goal of this course, of this class, is to have you feeling a lot better when you're leaving. Sometimes after these high intensity classes, we're feeling a little exhausted. It's great for us and all that, but sometimes we just want a little bit of a relaxing, nice 30-minute stretch and core session just to kind of get us through the rest of the day, and then also having us feeling better for if we're going to do a more higher intensity workout for afterwards or just for overall plain recovery. So I'm going to start our timer. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so very first thing that we're going to be doing, we're just going to be doing a nice little monster walk from one end of the yoga mat to the other. So kind of we're getting close to Halloween here, so sticking close to that Halloween theme with our monster walks. You're going to go down into about a half squat, right? So keeping your back nice and flat, keeping your knees from coming in. We want those knees out. And now, sorry if you heard my daughter, she's resistant to nap right now. But what we'll be doing, you're going to be stepping out with your right leg, then bringing your left leg back in, never letting your knees cave in towards your midline. So you're keeping your knees out, and you'll start feeling this right away within your glute musculature. So you'll feel this right away in your glutes. If you start standing up, squat down a little bit further. You can also tie or put a resistance band around your knees, or not around your knees, but just above your knee to add to that resistance as well. And since we're doing monster walks, I probably won't do it, but you can make monster noises if you want for the theme of Halloween. There you go. And just going back and forth from one end to the other. And this is not a fast motion, right? We're going at a slow, controlled pace. Stand up a little bit. Go from side to side. And let's do a couple more. Down and backs. Keeping your core engaged the entire time. So all of these motions, all of these exercises, and really just in general, you want to keep that core engaged. There you go. Okay, let's go one more down and back. Excellent. Getting those glutes warmed up. There we go. Okay, let's do one more glute activation starter for today. So if you have a chair or you're right next to a wall, use that as extra balance. But what we'll do for the first one is you're going to have your left leg planted onto the yoga mat. So I'm going to show you from a side angle here. So my left leg is my balance leg right now. Slight bend in my left knee. Go this side. And now what you're going to do, you're going to take that right leg and bring it back behind you, and you're just going to hold it here, okay? So you notice as you're holding it here, you got to keep your core engaged, as well as squeezing that right glute, okay? Now when we're here, I want you to bring that right leg away from you, so this direction, and then back in. Never letting your right foot come back up to meet your left leg. So it stays posterior, it stays behind us, and all we're doing is bringing it out to the side. As you're doing this too, try to lead with your right heel. What I mean by that is if you see from the front angle here, I'm leading out with my heel rather than sticking my right foot out. My right toes out, I should say. you start to see like you're very unsteady, unbalanced, get a chair, put your hand against the wall, something to just provide an extra balance, extra stability for you. Good work. Now hold out here. Just letting it hold. And now bring your left arm out as well. Holding it out here. And come back to center with everything. Okay, so now you're feeling in that right glute medius muscle, that side glute. And now we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna have your right leg planted on the yoga mat. Slight bend in your right knee. Now bring your left leg back. And same exact thing, just the opposite way. So left leg out, leading with your heel, and back in towards the midline of your body. Never letting your abs get lazy, right? We're never slouching like this. We're keeping our whole core engaged, straight up and down from the floor, while also working that left leg. Good. Repetitions of this. You'll notice you'll start feeling it even with that planted leg. That planted leg is getting a workout as well. It's getting a good burn as well. Just providing us with the stability. Good. And hold out there. And now bring your right arm up. And good. Excellent. Okay, let's get into some stretches here. So feel that in those glutes big time, especially that glute medius, so the glutes on the outside of our hips rather than the big gluteus maximus muscle that we're so used to engaging. That's the point of this Strength and Restore class. We're going to target some different muscle groups that we don't necessarily target in a lot of the exercises we do. So left leg forward, right leg back. You're going to keep that right leg just slightly bent at the knee, and you want your body coming straight up and down from the core or from the floor. So we're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back at this point, okay? You're just right here. Now you can sink those hips further down, keeping your core engaged the entire time and squeezing your right glute. You'll notice as you're squeezing that right glute, you're going to start feeling that stretch through the front right side of your hip. We're targeting that right hip flexor complex. So right through here, keeping our back straight up and down, flat back, core engaged, we're squeezing our right glute. You're going to hold here. And now for an added stretch to that hip flexor for the right side, you're going to take your right arm, bring it over to your left side. I'll show you from the front angle here. Bring it over there. Feeling that stretch even more throughout the right side of our hip. And now roll that shoulder back. Holding here. Be mindful of that left knee too. Make sure we don't have that caving in. Keep that out. Now as you're holding here, I want you to take both your hands behind you, grab your wrists. You can either grab your wrists like so or interlock your fingers. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna look up towards the sky, opening that chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Feeling the stretch not only in our right hip flexor still, but opening up our chest now. If you want to, you can start bringing your hands a little bit further away from your back to feel that even more throughout your chest and front shoulders. Keeping those hands interlocked or grabbing your wrists. Let's step up, okay? Give that hip flexor a break now. Holding here. Good. Feeling that stretch throughout your chest. Perfect. And now you can relax. Shake out your hands a little bit. Still keeping that right leg back. I want you to plant your right heel into the yoga mat. Okay? And now, lean forward. So how we were going straight up and down now, or earlier, you're going to be leaning forward until, with that bend in your left knee, until you feel a stretch in your right calf. So right through here. Once you feel a stretch, just stop, hold it. And just feel the full benefits of getting those tight calves stretched out. Some people don't know this, but tight calves can actually sometimes lead to lower back pain. The tightness in your calf can affect the tightness in your hamstring, which would lead to pulling in that lower back area. So hold here. And now, turn your body. Point your right toe up towards the sky. Your left leg is now a support. And you're going to full bend, hinging at your hips, keeping your back nice and flat. Feel that stretch in your right hamstring. There, your left leg is your support. We're hinging directly into our hips, so we're never rounding our back forward, never overarching either. Back is nice and flat. Right hamstring is getting the stretch today. Good. Okay. So, right side, ready to go. Okay. Now, we're going to move this to our left side. So, right leg is forward. Slightly bent, you're bending at the right knee. Slight bend in your left leg. Okay. It's the same thing as what we just did before, but just the opposite side now. So you're going to sink those hips a little bit further. Bring that right leg out if you need to get more range of motion. Your body is going straight up and down from the floor. Tighten your core. Tighten your left glute, so squeeze your left glute. You're going to start feeling that stretch in the left hip flexor complex. It's right through here. We're going to hang out here, hold this for a second. And now, take your left arm over to the side, feeling that stretch even more throughout your left hip. Keep holding. And now rotate your shoulder back, going into that straight up and down position like we were earlier. Now you're going to take your fingers, interlock them in front of you, rounding your shoulders forward. I'll do a side angle here. Rounding your shoulders forward, feeling that stretch throughout your back. So you're between your shoulder blades, that area between your shoulder blades as you're holding your hands out here. You're still feeling that stretch in your left hamstring or left hip flexor, but you're also now we're involving that upper back, upper mid back. Hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step up, still holding the back stretch, like so. Now turn to the right. As you turn to the right, you're going to feel that stretch into your left shoulder blade and just the whole left side of your body. And now turn to the left. Feeling it through the right side. And the left again. Keeping those hands up there. And it's the right again. Good. Now let's reset again. So what you'll be doing is you're going to keep that left leg back again. And you're going to plant that left heel into the ground. And now lean forward, bending at your right knee as you're leaning forward until you feel that stretch into your left calf muscle down here. Stretching out the left calf now, balancing us out. Bring that left arm forward to give some extra added stability to the stretch. Good. Now step forward, bring that left toe pointed up towards the ceiling. Your right leg is your support leg. Squeezing your abs so your back stays nice and flat. You're going to hinge at your hips forward, feeling that stretch into your left hamstring. So right here is where we're at. Keep holding that. Really feel the full benefits of that left hamstring stretch. Good. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Feels good. Shake out both your legs a little bit. Perfect. And let's do a little bit of upper body real quick here before we go down to the yoga mat here. So you're going to breathe, keeping your hands in front of your chest. You're going to breathe in, bringing your hands up towards the sky together. Breathe, and as you're breathing out, rotate your wrists out away from you, bringing your hands out and away, and then back in front of your chest. You're just going to do slow, controlled repetitions of this. You're going to feel that stretch all the way through that big latissimus dorsi muscle that reaches all the way down to our lower back. Let's do some of these together. So breathe in. Rotate your wrists out and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you keep doing this, you might notice you're starting to gain a little bit more range of motion, more flexibility throughout that whole back and shoulder area. Good. Let's do a couple more. Breathing in. Rotate your wrists out and breathe out. And now for this last one, I want you to reach your hands up, breathing in. Make your hands go directly above your head. Separate your hands. Fully reaching towards the ceiling. Get a great stretch. And now lower your hands down. Awesome work. Okay, so let's go down to the yoga mat now. We're going to start off with some great cat-cow, still keeping to that breathing, those deeper breaths. So you're going to go into a cat-cow. So you're going to be on all fours like so. You're going to start with a straight, flat back. You're going to breathe in, slightly arching your back, not an over arch, right? We aren't forcing ourselves into an arch. You're just nice and gentle, breathing in, and then breathing out, rounding your back up like a cat. And just keep doing slow, controlled breaths, being gentle with yourself. This is a great hip, lower back exercise. A lot of these stretches really target that whole hip, lower back area, especially the hamstring, those hip flexors. The cat-cow, as we're doing right now. Great. One more breath in and out. Excellent. Okay, let's take the stability ball. You're going to keep your knees on the floor. What you'll do, you're going to take your hand, place it on top of the stability ball like this. Arm bent over top like that. You're going to reach that left arm away from you, up towards you, and then slightly let it cross. So you're feeling that full stretch in the side, your left side of your body. And just hold that here for about 3, 2, 1. Come back to that position and then back in. We're going to do 3 reps of that, okay? Ball away. Now bring it over to almost to the right side of your body. Good. Couple more. Good. And back in, and now let's go to the other side. So left arm down, right arm on the ball. Bring your right arm up. And then over to the left side, feeling that stretch in your your right side of your body. Holding for a little bit, and then coming back in. Let's do 3 or more of those again. You're going to be feeling that stretch. You might even feel that stretch all the way down into your lower back area. That big latissimus dorsi muscle attaches all the way into our lumbar spine and comes all the way up to our shoulders. Let's do 1 more. Great. Let's sit on top of the yoga ball. Let's sit on top of the stability ball. Now what you'll do is you're going to be So even when we're sitting on a ball like this, we never want to be rolling over, okay? We never want to be having like a rounded back in whatever sitting position we're in, okay? We're gonna sit up straight, keeping your core engaged the entire time, right? So our core throughout this entire last 5 minutes is never going to really take a break. We're engaging our core. We aren't overarching our back, right? We're squeezing our core to where our back is coming straight up and down from the floor. Now, as we're sitting here, I want you to make figure eights with your hips. So just rolling out, always keeping that core engaged, but making a figure eight, an 8 motion. A very small one with our hips. And now reverse the direction. Now let's go forward and back. You might notice by now, those abs are getting pretty fatigued already. Bringing that belly button closer to your spine, squeezing your abs helps have your hips shift more into a ideal position for our body. And now side to side. We'll do a couple more of these. And then let's stretch out that neck area. So our neck can get so tight over time. And everything we do, whether we're office worker, whether we're manual labor, the neck gets overworked. Okay. Now, so we're going to still sit upright, right? So we don't have to engage our core quite as much, but we're still not necessarily relaxing our abs as we're doing this. So what you're going to do, you're going to turn your head. Actually, don't turn your head. Bring your left ear to left shoulder. So it's directly to the side of us. We aren't leaning forward. We aren't leaning back. It's directly over our left shoulder. You're going to feel that stretch into your right side of the neck. Now bring your right hand, bring it behind your back. Just like that. Just hold here for a little bit longer. Now, take your chin, bring it directly over to almost towards your left armpit. You're gonna feel that stretch even more so maybe in the back of your right ear. Now take your left arm, gently bring your head closer to the ground, closer to that left armpit. Relaxing. This is not an area to really aggressively go into a stretch. Gentle with your neck. Now come face forward. Take both your hands, put it on top of your right collarbone. Then you're going to turn to the left again, looking up towards the sky. And then tilting your head back. You're going to feel that stretch, the front right side of your neck. So we targeted the side of our right neck, the back of our right neck, and now we're doing the front. Let's face forward, do everything that we just did on the left side now. So right ear to your right shoulder. Directly over it. So we aren't leaning forward, we aren't leaning back. Abs are still engaged. Take your left hand, bring it behind your back. Now take your chin, put it towards your right armpit. Feeling that stretch almost in the back of your left ear, all the way down to your left shoulder. Now take your right hand, grab the back of your right head, or your right head. Grab the back of your head, and just very gently bring it closer to your right armpit. Never aggressively going into a stretch in this area of our body. We've hit that 30-minute mark, but if you want to still do a full, both sides of our neck here, stay tuned. Face forward. Now take both your hands. Put it on top of your left clavicle, left collarbone. Turn away, so turn to the right. Look up towards the sky or ceiling and tilt your head back. Feeling that stretch in the left side of your neck. Hold here. Now come back to center. Give yourself a nice little round of applause. Thanks for coming to Strength and Restore today. It was great to have all of you. Like I said, hopefully this class made you feeling a little bit better than when you got here. Having that nice core mobility through our entire body now, especially our hip, neck, shoulders. Those areas can get so tight over time. And so it's important we can just keep hitting those areas with stretches, some flexibility exercises to help create more range of motion throughout those joints. So thanks for coming, and we will see you next week.